This dollar bill in your hand? It's worth nothing, literally. A piece of cotton that costs 7 cents to make. But you can trade it for coffee, a meal, even a house. That's not just weird, that's insane. So why does every person on Earth agree this is valuable? Let's go back, way back, before banks, coins, credit card debt. In the beginning, there was barter. You have chickens, I have wheat. I need eggs, you need bread. Simple? Well, not even close. This is called the double coincidence of wants. You need someone who has exactly what you want and wants exactly what you have at the same time. It's like Tinder, but for groceries, with a much worse success rate. Humans needed something everyone agreed was valuable, portable, durable, divisible, something that wouldn't die, melt, or run away. They tried seashells in China, cattle in Africa, salt in Rome. That's where salary comes from. You were literally paid in salt. You're not worth your salt, a financial statement. But none of these worked long term. Cows die, salt dissolves, shells break. Humanity needed something better, much better, something portable, durable, rare, universally beautiful. The answer was literally underground. Gold and silver. They checked every box. But trading raw metal was still inconvenient. Someone needed to standardize it, make it official. Enter 600 BC, Kingdom of Lydia, modern-day Turkey, about to rewire civilization. Chapter 2, The Birth of Coins. Lydia melted gold and silver together, poured it into molds, stamped the king's face. This is money now, it's official, trust us. And people actually trusted it. And here's the thing, that word, trust. Most important word in this entire video. Write it down, tattoo it. We're coming back. Coins were genius, portable and durable, stamped with government authority. Everyone knew the value. Trade didn't just grow, it exploded. The Roman Empire ran on coins. Armies paid, economies born, civilizations built. But coins had one fatal flaw. Nobody really talks about this one. Try paying for a ship with 40,000 copper coins. Your spine would give out before the deal closed. The world needed something lighter, something that represented value without weighing it. China, 10th century. Someone had an idea, either brilliant or slightly criminal. Merchants left heavy coins with trusted shops. In return, a paper receipt. Worth 100 coins. Come get your coins whenever you want. Then one merchant had a thought. If everyone trusts this paper, why get the coins? I'll just trade the paper itself. And that is the moment money stopped being a thing and became an idea. Chapter 3, Paper Money, the Big Trick. Fast forward to 1694. England. England creates the Bank of England. Government prints paper money, makes a promise. Every bill is backed by real gold in our vault. For every dollar, real gold waiting for you. You could walk into a bank and get your gold. People trusted paper because the gold was real. The money felt honest. The system worked beautifully. Until it didn't. Governments notice something. You can print more bills than you have gold, as long as not everyone asks for gold at once. This is called fractional reserve banking. Your bank has 10% of your money at any given moment. The other 90% lent out to someone else. If this makes you uncomfortable, good. It should. The gold standard held for centuries, mostly. Then came World War I, World War II, massive expenses. Governments needed to spend more than they had gold for. The gold standard became a cage, a constraint. By 1971, the U.S. held the world's reserve currency, and the pressure on U.S. gold reserves was immense. August 15, 1971. Nixon makes his move. Chapter 4. Nixon breaks everything. Nixon goes on national television, says something most people still don't understand. We are temporarily suspending
the convertibility of the dollar into gold. And that was the end of the gold standard, forever. Temporarily. That was 55 years ago. In plain English, your money is backed by nothing physical. No gold, no silver, no shiny rocks, nothing. Just a shared agreement between strangers who never met. This is called fiat money. Fiat. Latin for let it be so. The government says it has value, so it does. That's it. Dollar bill. Trust me, bro. That's the whole system. Now you might be thinking, money is just made up? The honest answer is, kind of. Yes. Completely. Fiat money works because of a collective agreement. One you never signed. You accept dollars because your landlord accepts dollars. Your landlord accepts them because the grocery store does. The grocery store accepts them because you do. It's a loop of trust. Works as long as everyone stays in. Break the trust. The whole thing collapses. The moment people stop believing, it immediately isn't. Since 1971, the dollar has lost 85% of its purchasing power. Slowly. Quietly. Most people didn't notice. This is why your grandparents could buy a house on one salary, and why you can't. The game changed. The rules changed. Nobody gave us the manual. Understanding money is no longer optional. It's survival. But first, you need to see what happens when trust breaks completely. Chapter 5. When trust breaks, and why it matters more than you think. Germany, 1923. After WWI, Germany owed massive war reparations. Their solution? Print more money. Seemed logical. Printing press running day and night. Prices doubled every 3.7 days. A loaf of bread. 250 marks in January. 200 billion marks by November. People burned banknotes for warmth. Cheaper than firewood. The money was worth less than the paper it printed on. Children built towers from banknote stacks, like building blocks. Same story in Zimbabwe, 2008. They printed a $100 trillion bill. Couldn't buy a single bus ticket. This is what happens when trust breaks. Not slowly, not gradually, overnight. This is why central banks exist. To manage the money supply. Keep inflation low. Maintain trust. When governments ignore their advice, Weimar Germany, Zimbabwe, a wheelbarrow of cash that can't buy bread. Chapter 6. Money today and tomorrow. Because the story doesn't end in 1923. It continues in a very unexpected direction. Over 90% of all money doesn't physically exist. It's just numbers on screens. In databases. When your employer pays you, no cash moves. A computer changes a number. That's your salary, just a digit. Somewhere on a server. And now there's a new experiment running in parallel. Cryptocurrency. Money no government controls, no central bank, no vault, no Nixon to change rules. Just math, code, and, once again, trust. But this time, trust in an algorithm. Will it replace traditional money? Nobody knows. Anyone who tells you they're certain is selling something. What we do know, the principle hasn't changed once. In 10,000 years of money, one word, always. Now, let's bring it all together. So, here's the wild part about money. It only works because we all agree it works. Largest collective act of shared imagination in human history. From seashells to gold to invisible digital numbers. Technology changed, the principle never did. One word, start to finish, trust. That 7-cent piece of cotton in your wallet, worth $1 because 8 billion people say so. The second they stop saying so, it's just fabric. If something clicked, subscribe. One honest video at a time. Next, how banks create money out of nothing.